Here's an example of how one door closes and a greater door opens, right? And this is a real life example in my life, right? So a lot of guys that follow me, they know about, my life and what's been going on. I went very, very, very much downhill in the last couple years of my life, but now everything is starting to come far, far up, right? I've been self-employed, working for myself for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Everything's been great. I made a lot of money for myself. But in the last couple of years, when things started going downhill and I had lots of close deaths to my family, it put me in a spiral. I went downhill, right? So long story short, I'm getting back on my feet, right? I went to apply for a little job. I got the job, but other things didn't work out, and the higher-ups ended up didn't get in the job, right? The hiring manager was upset. He was like, wow, I really liked you. I wanted to get you on board. I was like, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Instead of crying about it how I usually would have in the past, or been like, hey, man, that's fucked up, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do none of that. I said, you know what? There's got to be something bigger and greater here that I'm not seeing. There's got to be a bigger plan in place that the Creator is setting into motion that I will later see, that I don't see yet right now. But soon in time, I will see what it is that the Creator has set out for me, right? So this is exactly what happened. Recently, I applied for another position, a far better position than the one that I originally was getting. And guess what? I got hired. But on top of that, before I even started the job, they wanted me to go in for a second interview to speak to the director. I went and spoke to the director, right? And I killed it so well, right? That not only did I get in the job, but I also got promoted before I even started the job. So this position is far greater than anything that last position could have done for me. And this is an example of when one door closes, there are greater and bigger doors to open for you. But you gotta look at it from that kind of perspective. When doors close, it's not bad things all the time. And actually, it never really is a bad thing. It's a lesson to be learned. It's always something positive to take out of it. And if we continue looking at things as bad examples, you will go through the same loops and loops over and over in life until you actually see it from that new perspective. Then things will begin to work for you. So now that I'm moving on a higher positive vibration, now things are starting to work for me. Work for me in ways I've never could have imagined. Now, not only am I getting, the first job was like a little above minimum wage. This other job is like, 25, 26 per hour. But I just got promoted to a point where I'm probably going to get around 28 to 30 an hour. They're going to call me back soon, give me the whole rundown. The director is just pulling strings right now to do what they got to do. But I couldn't imagine this in a million years. So let this be an example to you guys that when a door closes, it's for a reason. It's for bigger, better opportunities. But you have to see it that way, really and truly, and believe there is greatness coming your way, because the Creator has plans for you that you may not be able to see in that point in time, but in time you will understand why. All right, I love all y'all. Peace out.